Adam here with Wholesale Septic Supply. Today we're going to talk about our Pond Diffuser and what it does and why it's so great. Okay, so our Pond Diffuser is a little different than other Pond Diffusers. So the issue that we have with a lot of the Pond Diffusers, some of the materials they use is, some of them are used, they use a stone, and part of the problem with the stones is they get plugged up with a sediment. So they start putting more and more back pressure. You start getting less and less air out of the units, and it puts more pressure on the pumps as well. So we are septic specialists, and from years and years of going out and looking at different septic systems, we noticed that the diffusers that High-Blow has don't really plug up ever, okay? Never been to a job, it could be 10 years, opened up a tank, looked in the aeration chamber and said, oh, the diffusers are plugged up. The tank is always rolling, good oxygen, no smell. So everything's always really good with these diffusers in there. So we thought, well, we could take this diffuser and use it in a pond application as well. So the great thing about these diffusers is they give a high dissolved oxygen content, so they give good bubbles. They don't plug up, and they work really well in any kind of environment. So they work well in a septic environment, so in a pond environment, they're gonna work even better. I mean, the tank's not as dirty, you don't have as many particles in there that can clog up things. You know, septic environment, you get slimy material, you get bacterial buildup, you get all kinds of stuff. So these diffusers really turned out to be perfect. Also, each diffuser is rated for 85 liters of air per minute. So they really get the air out. You can use multiple types of aerators on this diffuser, up to 120 liters of air per minute, or 150 liters of air per minute, and these will perform just fine. So that's the benefit. And then you could use multiple diffusers if you wanted to, if you had a bigger unit in order to accomplish that. So part of this design that's really nice is we have a swing joint on here, and this allows, it's not a solid piece, so it's graded, and then it's weighted on the bottom. And the reason we did that was because when you drop something that's flat in the water, generally it'll try to, move around as it's going down. It can turn upside down. With this, you can drop it down there on the air hose, and when it gets to the bottom, it'll sit up. Now, if you've got weighted airline, you have options. This is 1/2 inch, this is all 1/2 inch here. And the reason we like 1/2 inch is, this is a 1/2 inch barb, you don't have any friction loss. So that's the problem that there's a lot of 3/8 lines sold. Past a certain point, I would say 100 feet, you're gonna have a lot of friction loss on 3/8. With 1/2 inch air hose and using 1/2 inch components, you're not gonna have a significant amount of friction loss. I mean, you're looking at 200-300 feet before you start seeing a little bit of degradation in your friction loss. Most people don't have ponds that are going to need that much weighted tubing, but you can go very long distances with 1/2 inch. So 3/8 is cheaper, but it's a lot smaller. So you can also see that on the aerators, all the diaphragm aerators, so your ponds from 0 to 8 feet will use this style of pump, or should, because they're the most efficient use and the most economical as well. They all have a bigger outlet. So if you go from this outlet to a 3/8, you're necking it down right away, and you're already going to have some friction loss because of that. So it's better just to go with the 1/2 inch and be done with it. So this also, because you put this 1/2 inch on there. On a diaphragm unit, we send straps for this. So this goes on like that, and it'll hold it. And then it would just drop down in the lake, and then it's gonna sit on the bottom. The weighted air tubing will pull it down, so it's just gonna lay down on the ground naturally. So those are all good things. You don't have a bow coming up or anything like that. It's gonna lay nice and flat when it gets to the bottom. So those are the benefits of this type of diffuser. You can buy multiples. They're small, they're compact, they're plastic, so they're not going to degrade in the water. You're not going to have any corrosion, things like that. We use stainless steel bolts to put them together. But the swing joint is a nice thing because of what it does. And that's pretty much it. So that's the pond diffuser that we have that we really like, and the people we've been selling to love it. They think it's fantastic. So we're really excited about it. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys have any questions or comments, we can go into those and give us a call if you want to buy one, or if you just have more questions on it to see if it's going to work for your application. So it'll go all the way to 40 feet, 50 feet. I mean, you can put it really deep down in the water and it'll work. So that's it. Remember to like and subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day.